Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to Speak Power Daily. I am so incredibly happy to be here with you today. I'm Charlotte, your host, your friend, and your partner in this journey to master your mindset and your English. Take a deep breath with me. In and out. Feels good, doesn't it? Today is a fresh start. It is a blank page in your notebook waiting for you to write your story. Today, we are going to talk about something that sounds a little bit boring, but is actually magical. We are talking about routines. Now, I know what you are thinking. You hear the word routine and you think about a robot. Beep, boop, bop. You think about doing the exact same boring thing every single day until you go crazy. But I want you to change your perspective. I want you to look at this differently. Think of a routine like a river. A river flows easily because it has a path. It doesn't have to decide where to go every second. It just flows. When you have a healthy routine, your energy flows just like that river. You don't have to waste your brain power asking, "What should I do now?" You just flow from one action to the next. It makes life easier, not harder. But building a routine, that is the tricky part. How many times have you said to yourself, "Okay, starting Monday, I will change my life. I will wake up at 4 a.m., I will run 10 kilometers, I will drink only green juice, and I will study English for 5 hours." And then Monday comes, and you stay in bed. You hit the snooze button on your alarm, and then you feel guilty. You feel like you failed. We have all been there. I have been there. The problem isn't you. The problem is that we try to build a skyscraper before we build the foundation. We try to be perfect immediately. But perfection is the enemy of progress. In English learning, and in life, consistency is much more important than intensity. It is better to study for 10 minutes every day than for 5 hours once a month. So, today, we're going to explore how to build a routine that actually works for you. Not a routine for a superhero, but a routine for a real human being with feelings, tired days, and busy schedules. We're going to look at how to start small, how to keep going when things get difficult, and how to enjoy the process. Because if you don't enjoy it, you won't do it. It really is that simple. So, are you ready to build a better day? Let's dive in. The first secret to building a routine is surprisingly simple. Make it so small that you cannot say no. When we want to change our lives, we often rely on motivation. We watch a video, we feel excited, and we think, "I can do anything." But motivation is like the weather. Sometimes it is sunny and bright, and sometimes it rains. You cannot rely on the weather to build a house, and you cannot rely on motivation to build a routine. You need something stronger. You need discipline. But discipline starts with ease. Imagine you are standing at the bottom of a very steep mountain. If you look all the way up to the top, you might feel scared. You might think, "I can never climb that high." That is what happens when you set a goal like, "I will speak fluent English in 3 months." It is too big. Your brain sees this huge mountain and it wants to run away. It wants to protect you from failure. So, instead of climbing, you sit down and check your phone. To trick your brain, you must look only at your feet. You must take one tiny step. In the world of psychology, we call this a microhabit. A microhabit is a task that takes less than 2 minutes. For example, Instead of saying, I will read an English book for 30 minutes, tell yourself, I will read one sentence. Just one. Or instead of saying, I will go to the gym for an hour, say, I will put on my running shoes. You might be laughing right now. You might be thinking, Charlotte, reading one sentence will not make me fluent. And you are right. One sentence is nothing. But the goal of the micro-habit is not to learn English instantly. The goal is to show up. The hardest part of any routine is starting. It is the friction of beginning. Once you read that one sentence, you will probably read another, and another. But even if you only read one, you have won. You kept your promise to yourself. Let's apply this to your daily life. Think about something you already do every single day without thinking. Maybe you brush your teeth every morning. Maybe you drink a cup of coffee at 7 a.m. This is called an anchor. It is a strong habit that is already fixed in your day. Now, attach a tiny new habit to that anchor. For example, after I pour my coffee, I will listen to 1 minute of an English podcast. After I brush my teeth, I will learn 3 new vocabulary words. This connects the new, difficult habit to the old, easy one. It creates a chain reaction. You don't have to remember to do it because the coffee reminds you. The toothbrush reminds you. You are building a system, step by step, brick by brick. You are not relying on willpower, you are relying on design. And good design always wins. Now that we have our tiny habits and our anchors, we need to talk about where you live. I don't mean which country you are in or which city. I mean your immediate environment. I mean your bedroom, your desk, and even your phone screen. Let me tell you a secret. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. You can be the most motivated person in the world, but if your environment fights against you, you will eventually lose. Human beings are designed to follow the path of least resistance. This means we naturally want to do the easiest thing possible. It is biology. Our brains want to save energy. So if you come home tired from work and the remote control for the TV is sitting right there on the sofa, guess what? You will watch TV. It is easy. It is right there. But if your English book is hidden inside a drawer under a pile of papers, you will never open it. It requires too much effort to find it. So how do we fix this? We have to hack our environment. We need to make the good habits easy and the bad habits difficult. We need to clear the path for the things we want to do. If you want to build a routine of studying English in the morning, prepare everything the night before. Put your notebook and your pen open on your desk. Open the specific page you want to read. When you wake up, you don't have to search for anything. The path is clear. You just sit down and start. You are removing the friction. On the other hand, you want to add friction to the bad habits. Do you spend too much time scrolling on social media when you should be sleeping? I know I do sometimes. The solution is to make it hard. Charge your phone in the kitchen, not by your bed. If you have to stand up and walk to another room to check your messages, you probably won't do it. You will choose the easier option, sleep. You can also change your digital environment. Look at your social media feed. Is it full of things that make you stressed? Or is it full of English teachers, motivational quotes, and interesting topics? Change who you follow. When you open your phone, let English be the first thing you see. This is passive learning. You are building a routine without even trying, just by changing what your eyes see every day. By designing your world, you are being kind to your future self. You are setting yourself up to win. You are not fighting against your nature, you are working with it. We have talked about starting small, and we have talked about organizing your room. But now, we need to have an honest conversation. We need to talk about reality. Because here is the truth. No matter how perfect your plan is, life is going to happen. You will get sick. You will have a stressful week at work. You will go on vacation. Or sometimes, you will just feel lazy. And your beautiful routine will break. This is the moment that determines everything. This is the moment where most people quit. We have this dangerous way of thinking called the all or nothing mentality. It sounds like this. Oh no, I didn't study English yesterday. I broke my streak. I am a failure. Well, I guess I should just give up completely. Imagine you are walking down the street and you trip and fall. Do you stay on the ground and say, "Well, I live here now"? No. You stand up, you brush the dust off your pants, and you keep walking. Or imagine you are driving a car and you get a flat tire. Do you get out of the car and slash the other 3 tires with a knife? That would be crazy, right? But that is exactly what we do with our routines. We miss one day, we have one flat tire, and we decide to destroy the whole journey. The goal of a healthy routine is not perfection. The goal is consistency over time. If you miss a day, it is not a tragedy. It is just data. It tells you that maybe you were too tired or your plan was too ambitious. So here is a golden rule for you, the 2-day rule. The rule is simple. Never miss a habit twice in a row. If you skip your English practice on Tuesday, that is fine. Enjoy your break. But you must do it on Wednesday. Missing one day is a mistake. Missing 2 days is the start of a new bad habit. By prioritizing the next day, you stop the slide. You catch yourself before you fall completely. You also need to be kind to yourself. Guilt is a terrible fuel for a car. It burns dirty and it ruins the engine. If you beat yourself up, if you say, "I am so lazy, my English is terrible," you will associate learning with pain, and your brain hates pain. It will avoid English to avoid the bad feeling. Instead, practice self-compassion. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a best friend. If your friend missed a day of studying, would you scream at them? No. You would say, "It's okay, you can try again tomorrow." Be your own best friend. Accept that you are human. A routine is not a cage that traps you. It is a skeleton that supports you. It is allowed to bend. It is allowed to move. Just don't let it break completely. We have reached the end of our episode today. But for you, this is actually just the beginning. We have talked about starting small with tiny habits. We have talked about changing your environment to make things easy. And we have talked about forgiving yourself when you make a mistake. These are the tools in your toolbox. But there is one final piece of the puzzle, and it is the most important one. It is your mindset. Many people view routines as a punishment. They think, "I have to study English," or "I have to exercise." It feels like a chore. It feels heavy. But I want you to flip that switch in your brain. Instead of saying, "I have to," try saying, "I get to." You get to learn a new language. You get to connect with millions of people around the world. You get to improve your mind. When you change your language, you change your feeling. Ultimately, building a healthy routine is not really about the result. It is not about the certificate you get at the end or the perfect exam score. It is about identity. It is about who you are becoming. Think about it like this. If you write 1 page every day, you are a writer. If you run every day, you are a runner. If you practice English every day, even for 5 minutes, You are an English speaker. You don't have to wait until you are fluent to claim that title. You claim it by your actions today. Every time you complete your routine, you are casting a vote for the person you want to be. You are proving to yourself that you are disciplined, capable, and consistent. So stop obsessing over the destination. If you are hiking a beautiful mountain but you only look at the peak, you will miss the flowers, the trees, and the view along the way. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the daily ritual of making your coffee and listening to English. Fall in love with the feeling of learning just one new word. If you love the routine, the results will come automatically. You won't have to force them. I challenge you today. Do not wait for next Monday. Do not wait for the perfect time, because the perfect time does not exist. Pick one tiny habit, just one, and do it today. Maybe it is listening to this podcast again. Maybe it is writing 3 sentences in a journal. Whatever it is, do it with a smile. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I know your time is precious, and I am honored that you chose to spend it here, investing in yourself. Remember, you have the power to design your life, one small habit at a time. I believe in you, and I am cheering for you every step of the way. This is Charlotte, signing off from Speak Power Daily. Go out there, build your routine, and as always, speak power to your life. Bye for now.